The following is all true. However, the person talking about the game is trashed. And this is the story of Kingdom Hearts. Woo! He first starts off at Destiny Island, and there is Kairi, Sora, Riku. Those are the three main characters. Sora first starts out with a dream, and in this dream, you get to choose a weapon. You get a sword, a shield, and a wand. And with each one, it is a special skill. And after you pick, then you have to face a giant shadow form. After you beat this character, you will wake up from the dream on a Destiny Island. If you can go straight to a hidden door, when you go into this hidden doorway, on the wall there is a bunch of carvings of you guys on the island. You look around and then you see a door, and this door is a random door which has never been there before. There's a scene that pops up with Mickey the Mouse, which is the king of all Kingdom Hearts. He notices the danger and is sent out on a mission to find the source of the Heartless. And he leaves a note after he leaves to Donald the Duck and Goofy. Now, Donald the Duck and Goofy are trusted with the mission of finding the key bearer. The key bearer is the one to close all worlds. You go up to this door, and when you activate this door, the worlds start separating. The island that you are on becomes swallowed within darkness, and you have to fight these heartless shadows with a wooden sword. But all you can do is just fight on and push through. Nobody knows what happened to Kairi. Nobody knows what happens to Riku. Alright, so you come into Traverse Town. When you are separated from your island to Traverse Town, sorry, Jaeger tastes so good. So in Traverse Town, you actually find Final Fantasy characters. There's Leon, you have to fight him, and there's what's her name? Riku? When you beat him, it brings you back to a story of Kairi saying that these worlds are connected through a, I guess you could say, a wormhole. Finally, you get to the stage of meeting the boss. It's an armored boss. You got hands, you got the base, you got the head. Each one is a level to defeat. And each of that you can do if you have the spell Eriga, which casts a wind spell around you. And after that, you get to meet Donald and Goofy. While you're in this town, you and Donald and Goofy are literally missing each other by milliseconds, literally by this much. Donald and Goofy explain to Sora on what the Keyblade is, on why the Keyblade chose him. He is pure of heart. He worries about everybody else but himself. It doesn't mention this until later on in the game, but you can go up and ring the bell 3 times, and it unlocks the keyhole for Trevor's Town. You can leave to other worlds. When you leave to other worlds, you first meet Chip and Dale. But these guys are in charge of the gummy ship, which is what you travel in. When you first leave Traverse Town, you go into the world of Alice in Wonderland. So you first come there, fall through the hole, and then you come to this big room. And you have the option to go big or go small. And you go through this little doorway. When you go through the door, you meet the Queen. The first thing you see is Alice locked up in a cage, while the Queen is on her stand, which looks like a scene from some TV show courtroom, like Judge Judy. Exactly the scene from Judge Judy. The Queen asks for evidence. You are the only one to come to her rescue. And for that, you have to fight amount of cards while trying to destroy at least 2 towers, if I remember correctly. So you have to fight cards who are always trying to attack you while you're trying to destroy a tower. And in the end, Alice is not actually in the cage. She is gone. The boss against Alice in Wonderland, best thing to use is Eriga. At the Coliseum, when you first enter, you have to do 4 rounds of timed cycles of throwing barrels. You have to enter multiple, and I'm saying multiple, trials. I'm talking like 50 plus rounds. And then to finally prove that you're a true hero, you have to fight Hercules, which in this round, he will attack you, but you can lock onto barrels that appear and you can throw them at him. After that, you can beat him. After Olympus, you go to the deep jungle. Now the deep jungle is with Tarzan. Sora asks if he has seen his friends, and Tarzan says, yes, seen friends. When Sora came through, they met other humans, other people from the world of Tarzan. The daughter that had bought the exploration for this trip for her father brought along a security guard, Clayton. Clayton is a poacher. You have to beat him once, twice, 3 times, I think. You have to beat him one with a bunch of minions. Before you break the barrier, you have to conceal, I guess you could say, his lizard to make him show. Once you did that, the best way I could say to beat him, Eriga, Maleficent recruits Riku, I guess you could say. Agrabah. Boy, let me tell you about some Agrabah. When you first enter Agrabah, Jasmine is stolen. You go through the Dunes of Time, Sands of Time. It's the giant ass lion with the fucking piercing on his left earring when you first enter the realm of Aladdin, you can use him as a partner, which you can do in any level. In any level, you can use the main character as a partner. Alright, well, there's two parts to the Jafar fight. The first one is when he's in his original form. Eventually, he changes forms, which is the genie Jafar. The key is to keep the Araga spell casted around you. So when they go to this warpole and they get all of a sudden swallowed up by this monstro, when they first enter Monstro, he meets Geppetto. Anyway, Geppetto asks Sora for his help trying to retrieve Pinocchio, but Riku subdues Pinocchio into following him. Sora finally meets Pinocchio, which is trapped within this heartless, which looks like a gummy, heartless, stringy looking thing. When Sora finally beats the boss that is holding Pinocchio captured, Geppetto, Pinocchio, and Sora, Goofy, and Donald all get spat out by Monstro. The cutscene between Riku and Maleficent. Riku is trying to find Kari. He's trying to find her, but Maleficent has came to him to promise him that he can find Kyrie within the Heartless, and he can have all the power he wants. After Monstro, I went to Atlantis. Ariel was more than accepting of us, but the father was not accepting to us. Her father, Trident, comes into her secret cave, which she holds all of her gems, her treasures from the upper world, and he comes in and he chooses to destroy a bunch of things. Ariel tries to make a deal. Ariel goes to Ursula to make a trade. Through this deal, Ursula has taken the crown. Sora, Donald, and Goofy make their way back to the Trident's throne. Well, first you have to beat Ursula in her original form. And after you beat her for the first time, she enlarges herself to a very giant form of herself. The key to beating her is getting really close up to her head, casting Araga, and just keep attacking her. Now, Halloween Town. When Sora enters into it, they find Jack Skellington. I can't remember his name, but I'm just going to call him the Professor. He's trying to find a way to turn the Heartless into a showcase. While in this process of trying to find a good way to turn the Heartless into a Halloween thing, you got Lock, Stock, and Barrel. The Oogie Boogie boss fight. He rolls the dice. It lands on certain things. You have to run around and try and match what the dice match. With each time, you have a chance of dazing him. Oogie Boogie has two forms. The second form is when he becomes the entire tree, and you have to go around bursting his purple bubbles. All you have to do is just go there, cast Arawa, and attack it. The world after Halloween Town should be Neverland. It shows a scene of Captain Hook talking with Maleficent. He's talking about having one of the princesses captured, which is Wendy. Taking Wendy as a prisoner for the Heartless to unlock the main keyhole. When Sora comes to fight him, the Captain Hook boss fight didn't really last very long for me because all I used was Erica and I just whipped his ass. So when you first enter Holobassin, you're surrounded by what looks like a Niagara Falls. You will meet the Beast. You get one sword because Riku had gotten the Keyblade from you. So you get a wooden sword, and Donald and Goofy end up going over to Riku's side because he has the Keyblade. At first, it's a scene of courage, and Sora pretty much takes the Keyblade back through spirit and through heart, which is able him to have the power back of the Keyblade. Riku gets his Keyblade by accepting the darkness. You do save Kairi in a way. In Holobassin, Sora's heart and Kairi's heart are connected. And in order for Sora to save Kairi, he has to give up his part of the heart, which makes her herself Kairi. But he becomes a Heartless. Kairi, Donald, and Goofy all are trying to escape Holobassin. And you as a Heartless is trying to follow them. And Kairi realizes that the Heartless is actually yourself. And so you become Sora. So when you make it to the end of the world, you will go through every world you have been through and fight Heartless. And then at the end, you will fight Heartless. And then at the very, very end, you will fight more Heartless and more Heartless along with Ansem, which is the boss. And, I do have to pause for a second, and I do have to say that if anybody who has played Kingdom Hearts, there is something you should know. If you turn the camera angle at the right direction, Donald and Goofy are both looking at Sora's ass. Ansem, first you have to beat him on the beach at Destiny Island. After you beat him on the beach, you have to beat him technically 1-on-2 with his little ghost guardian. And then after that, on the third part, he turns into this giant ship. His face is the head of the ship. His human body is here. His demon body here. And you have to rescue Goofy and Donald. Best advice I can give you in defeating Ansem is getting really, really close to his face. Casting the wind spell. Erica. All I used was Erica. Erica. I can't remember, but the wind defense spell. The last scene was Sora, Donald, and Goofy trying to close the door to the dark. On the other side was Riku, also the King Mickey Mouse. Now, they both have told Sora that he needs to close the door. And he has trouble with trying to decide whether to close the door or save his friends. And he finally decides to close the door. Now, in doing so, of closing this door of light / darkness, it disconnects each world. It makes each world at its original form.
If you had to give advice to someone who's never played Kingdom Hearts before, what one advice would you give them?
The one advice I would give somebody who's never played Kingdom Hearts is go slow, explore everywhere, every nook and cranny, and talk to everybody.